Let's talk about graphing inequalities. Inequalities have three parts. They have a variable, which is any letter. They have an equality symbol, okay, which is going to be used as a greater than or less than or equal to, that's new, greater than or equal to. We'll talk about what that means. A number, you can use any positive or negative number. So let's look at a few examples. F is less than or equal to -5. T is less than 7.25 or 7 2500ths. I remember less because it looks like an L. 6 is greater than B. Always read left to right. Do not flip the inequality. 2 is greater than or equal to M. Okay, so that's your definitions down here again. Greater than is an open dot. Less than is an open dot. Now here, greater than or equal to, where it has that line underneath, you need to shade the dot because it can equal that number. So that's how you represent that. Less than or equal to, again, you want to shade that dot. Let's look at a few examples. Identify the inequality that is graphed. For example, here, you write your variable. I'm going to use X. My symbol, this is an open, so it's either going to be a greater than or a less than. This line, your shaded region, that represents your variable. So reading this, your dot or your number is to the left of your X, meaning your X or your shaded region is greater than 0 because it's to the right. For example, 1 is greater than 0. 2 is greater than 0. And number 2, this is shaded in, so that means you're going to either have one of these two examples, a greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Again, your arrow represents X. It is to the right, so your X is greater than or equal to 3. I am choosing this number based on what my dot is on. Looking at number 3, X is less than -3 because your shaded area is to the left of -3. And number 4, X, your X is to the left of your dot, your shaded dot, so X is less than or equal to -4. Turn the page, let's do some more practice. Now let's be given the inequality and let's graph it. So my number is -9. So I'm going to put a dot on -9 and it's going to be closed because this is greater than or equal to. My Y, or my shaded region, is greater or equal to -9. So to represent it being greater, I need to shade to the right. Plug in some values to make sure that you did this right. For example, 0, which is within my shaded region. 0 is greater than or equal to -9. That is true. If I were to write this out, it would look like this. It's good practice to get into. Number 6, 7 is less than G. So my dot is going to go on 7, and it's going to be an open dot since it is just less than. 7 is less than G, so 7 is less than your shaded region. So my shaded region needs to go to the right. Let's try one more together. D is less than 4.5. So my dot, my point, is going to go on 4.5, which is between 4 and 5. It is only less than, so it's going to be an open dot. And D, or your shaded region, is less than 4.5. So my shaded arrow needs to go to the left of 4.5 because the left is less. Pause the video and try 8, 9, and 10. Check your answers with the following problems. If you have any questions, ask your teacher.